Now, Reiki didn't begin with crystals, treatment tables, or relaxing music. It began with one man searching for a way to support others without draining himself in the process. And what he discovered became a practice now shared around the entire world. But what is Reiki actually meant to do? And what really happens during a session? If you're new here, hi, I'm Jamie, a holistic health practitioner and a Reiki master. And on this channel, we explore practical and holistic ways to move beyond survival mode and create a calmer, more connected life. But before we begin, Reiki is a complementary spiritual wellness practice. The energy described within Reiki tradition has not been scientifically established, and Reiki should never be replaced with any medical treatment. With that transparency in place, let's explore the history and deeper meaning behind the practice. The Reiki system most people recognize today is connected to Mikao Usui, who was born in Japan in 1865. Traditional Reiki accounts describe Usui as someone who was completely and deeply committed to spiritual development and searching for a way to support others. Now, as a part of that journey, he is said to have explored Buddhist teachings, meditation, and Kiko, which is a Japanese energy practice involving breath, movement, and meditation. According to Reiki teachings, Usui recognized that some forms of energy work could leave the practitioner feeling completely depleted. So this led him to his probably most important question: could he support another person without using and draining his own energy? Traditional accounts say his search eventually took him to Mount Karama, where he completed 21 days of fasting, meditation, and prayer. And on the final day, he experienced what Reiki tradition describes as a profound spiritual awakening and received an understanding of how to connect with and channel Reiki. This became the foundation of Usui Reiki REALLY. Now, Raiho means a method or system of healing. Usui began sharing Reiki with others through energy work, meditation, spiritual development, and principles for everyday life. One of his students, Chujiro Hayashi, helped develop a more structured approach to treatments and hand positions. Kawayo Takata later learned Reiki through Hayashi and played a major role in bringing the practice from Japan to the Western world. Different Reiki lineages and styles have since developed, but the central belief still remains the same. The practitioner connects with Reiki, understood within the traditional and universal life force energy, and allows it to flow to the recipient or client. Now, the word Reiki comes from two Japanese words. Rei is commonly translated as universal or spiritual wisdom, and Ki refers to life force energy. Together, Reiki is commonly understood as universal life force energy, but Reiki isn't only about what happens while someone is lying on the treatment table. Usui also taught 5 principles. Just for today, do not anger. Just for today, do not worry. Just for today, be grateful. Just for today, work honestly. And just for today, be kind to yourself and others. They don't ask us to be perfect or deny difficult emotions. Just for today brings our attention back to the choices we can make in the present moment. Now, the easiest way I can explain it is that Reiki isn't about chasing one symptom or trying to force the body to respond in a particular way. Within Reiki tradition, we work with the person as a whole, the physical, the mental, the emotional, and the energetic or spiritual side of who they actually are. Because those parts of us, they don't live separately. We can be physically resting while your mind is still completely racing. You can look completely fine while feeling emotionally and utterly exhausted. and you can keep functioning while feeling very disconnected from yourself. A Reiki session is intended to create space for the entire person to slow down and return to a greater sense of balance. Within the tradition I was taught, the practitioner doesn't decide exactly where the Reiki must go or try to control the outcome. The recipient draws the energy, and Reiki is understood to move where it is most needed. That is the traditional belief behind the practice, and it shapes the way I approach every single session. I'm not there to force something to happen. I'm actually there to create the space, remain present, and allow the session to unfold around the individual that's in front of me. And that is why my sessions aren't identical. Before we begin, we talk about what has brought them here and what they feel they need at this point in their life. Sometimes they know exactly what they want to focus on, and other times they simply know they just feel exhausted, overwhelmed, or unlike themselves. From there, I create the session around them. They remain fully clothed, obviously, and rest comfortably while I complete my opening practice. I set the intention and connect with universal life force and Reiki masters within the tradition I was taught. I use Reiki symbols, scan above the body, and move through a sequence of hand positions from around the head, eyes, and downwards all the way to the feet. My hands may rest lightly on the body or just remain above, depending on, what the person is comfortable with. I may also feel intuitively guided to spend longer around a particular area, or incorporate crystals, or include chakra work when it relates to the person and their intention. I don't use exactly the same crystals or placements for everyone. Sometimes I actually use pendulum work to help guide that process. The session isn't about following a routine so rigidly that I stop paying attention to the actual person lying in front of me. My training gives me the foundation. My intuition helps me personalize the experience, and the client's consent remains central to everything I include. Towards the end, I complete an aura clearing process, formally close to the Reiki connection, and allow the person time to return slowly to themselves. So there's no rush to sit up. There's no pressure to immediately explain what they felt. They're given a moment to simply notice how they feel compared to when they first arrived. And sometimes that contrast says more than anything that I can actually tell them. People can experience Reiki very differently. Some of my clients have described warmth, coolness, tingling, or pulsing. Others have felt heaviness, lightness, deep relaxation, sleepiness, or even emotional release. Clients have also told me they felt calmer, less stressed, lighter, or more energized afterwards, and some noticed less pain or tension. They've slept more deeply or simply felt that something had shifted. These are genuine experiences my clients have shared with me, but everyone's experience will be different. You don't have to see colors, feel energy moving, or experience something absolutely dramatic for the session to be meaningful. Sometimes its value is simply being given permission to stop, receive support, and do nothing for anybody else. Now, Reiki has been studied in relation to relaxation, anxiety, stress, pain, sleep, and quality of life. Some studies have reported encouraging results, particularly around relaxation as self-reported well-being, although the overall evidence remains limited and mixed. For me, science and spiritual practice don't have to compete. We can be honest about what research has and hasn't established while still respecting the experiences and personal meaning people find through Reiki. Now, Reiki can be experienced in person through self-Reiki or as distance Reiki. During a live distance session, I use my full Reiki process without the client being physically present. I also create pre-recorded sessions for specific intentions such as grounding, deep rest, or supporting one particular chakra. The format may change, but the intention remains to create a supportive space for the person receiving it. Now, before we finish, choose one Reiki principle to carry with you. Maybe it's just for today, do not worry, just for today, be grateful, or just for today, be kind to yourself and others. Choose the one that feels most connected to what you need right now. Reiki is something that is best understood through experience. If you'd like to try it for yourself, I've linked one of my videos of a Reiki session for you to continue with next. I do also offer personalized one-to-one Reiki sessions. You can contact me through my email in my YouTube bio if you'd like to learn more or book a session. All I want to say now is thank you for spending this time with me, and I'll see you in the next video.